All right, another edition of Tenacity Strength Leg Day. This time is leg day number 2, which is generally the pump session. We're out here at Bob's in Bellevue, and while I say it's generally a pump session, I get a little bit excited when I get to go out this way. I don't make it out that way too much these days, especially with everything going on in my life. So I try to keep it close to home and usually go around to 24-hour fitness, but we're kicking it here. So starting off with the leg curl, lying leg curl, flex leg curl. If you have a chance to use one of these hamstring curls, then it's probably the best bang for your buck machine out there. The tension on it just makes it feel like your hamstring is getting ripped off the bone in a good way. Start out here, 3 work sets. My hamstrings are a weak body part, and what I wanted to do is I just wanted to hit it a little bit harder today than I normally do. Only went up to about 120 pounds for sets of 10 to 12, but that was enough to just get the blood in and damn near caught a damn cramp, to be honest with you. So lying leg curls will be the saving grace of your hamstring development if you choose to do them. Next up is the West Side Barbell Inverse Curl. Now, I got this info from Louis Simmons. I don't know if I'm correct on it, but I'm going to say it. And if I'm wrong, please, somebody leave me in the comments below. So the lying leg curl affects the hamstrings where they attach at the knee, but these work a little bit differently, more of a glute ham raise. So you get more of the hamstring going up towards the top of the glute. So I counterbalanced my weight with 3 45-pound plates for the first 2 sets, and then for the last set I did 3 work sets here. I took the 3rd plate off and just replaced it with a 25. Much tougher movement with less weight, but it wasn't too much fun. I am just really weak on this exercise. But again, that's why I came out to Bob's, because I have a lot of equipment to play with, and hamstrings are a focus point this long, extended couple of year off season that I'm now starting to take very seriously, because I sense the stage is coming into my life next year. But in any event, great hamstring developer is something that I think a lot of people should use if they don't have it. Next up is probably one of my favorite leg apparatuses of all time. It is the Pendulum Strength Squat Pro. So this is like it's a seated leg press. That's really all it is. It's just a seated leg press. You can make it individual. As you can see, I made it bilateral, meaning that I'm pressing at the same time with both feet. The strength curve on this is crazy. It is really crazy. They don't make seated leg presses like this anymore. The only one that I can think of is the Paramount, the hammer strength one that moves at the same time, and then the Atlantis one that moves individually at Iron Heaven. You can really get some big legs off this exercise. My legs were completely pumped by the time I got through with these sets. Nothing too crazy. 4 plates was a struggle. I probably should have went a little bit lighter, seeing as that it was a pump day. But seeing as that my main leg workout earlier in the week wasn't anything to write home about, what I want to impart to you is that if you don't have a super great workout in the beginning of the week, if you're training twice a week like I am, it's okay to go harder later in the week. Now, if you're watching your HRV and you're really paying attention to that number, probably not the wisest thing to do. But seeing that I'm not monitoring my HRV right now, for reasons I won't necessarily get into, because it's honestly just a lazy reason, I just decided to push a little bit harder on this exercise and on this day. So 4 plates, I think I'm banged out about 8 to 10 reps, and at that point I just dropped the weight a little bit to get a back off set going and move on to the next exercise, which you'll see here in a moment. Moving on to the next heavy duty piece of equipment is the Arsenal Strength Power Squat. Probably my preferred way to emulate a free weight squat or a front squat, for the simple fact that I just don't like a bar on my back that much. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. So nothing crazy here, just 3 work sets, usually around about 8 to 10 reps. Legs were pretty much jello at this point, but persevered through. And we're going to get a side view. I'm not half repping as the video from the front may seem, but from the side view, I mean, I'm not getting judged on depth here. So the main thing that I wanted to keep in mind was trying to keep my feet as close to me as possible, not letting my heels raise up. As you can see, they did a little bit. That's something that I'm trying to steer clear from, which is getting up on the heels. Not a big fan of it. I feel it puts a lot of stress on the knee. So probably should have raised the platform up a little bit more, but that's something you have to keep in mind when you're working on guided squat machines, if your heel is coming up or not. You'll also notice the wrestling shoes. I find wrestling shoes to be superior to Converse. So if you're squatting in flat-soled shoes, just head down to Dick's or Shields or any type of sporting goods store, or even head online to East Bay and pick you up a good pair of wrestling shoes. I think I paid about $69 for those, and they will last you for quite a long time. They're great for leg training, great for back training if you're doing any type of deadlifting or something of that nature. So please, I highly recommend them. Invest in your footwear for training. Next up, I contemplated not showing this for the simple fact that I know the form Nazis would be out. But I said, fuck it, I'm Larry Brown, and I will do what I want. So here we go. Bulgarian split squat drop set of death. That is an 80-pound dumbbell I'm holding, and I think I nailed that for about 10 reps. Immediately drop, go down to 60. I think I got another 10 reps, then 40, then 20. I have a love affair and a hate affair with Bulgarian split squats. I'm not the biggest fan of them, and it's not because of the exercise sucks or anything like that. It's actually a very good exercise. Is that, number one, they just hurt. I mean, they really hurt when you do them. Even if you do them incorrectly, or like even my form is not that great, but damn, man, like it pumps your leg up like no other, especially after you've done all of your other quad work. It is ridiculous. So went ahead and did that for both legs. I'm still contemplating why I did that, but I think I'll add these in and, you know, keep them for a little while, just because I need more unilateral work in my overall leg routine to kind of balance it out. Legs are obviously a weak body part for me, so anything that can help me, I am for. Again, if you're not doing these, this is probably the best leg exercise that you are not doing. I tried to stay upright, or I thought I was upright as much as I could be. Obviously, I am not, so it is what it is. If y'all want to flame away, go ahead, flame away. My elbow's ashy too, so I don't too much care. But yeah, just did a nasty drop set and just went after it. Sometimes you just got to have those workouts that just beat the hell out of you. And even though it was supposed to be a pump day, like I said earlier, my normal leg day that usually takes place wasn't that great. Hence why I went a little bit harder. So always brush up on your form for the Bulgarian split squat. It'll help you out in the end. So next up, simple 3 sets here with dumbbells for stiff leg deadlifts. I like these with a bar. So as you all know, or most of you know, I'm a member on the Train by JP website, and his big thing for posterior chain building is the controlled eccentric stiff leg deadlift. Since it wasn't a main leg day, I did not do that. I decided to opt with dumbbells, but that's an exercise that will go back into my rotation So on my pump days, I choose to go for dumbbells, moderate weight, moderate reps, and for my main days with this exercise with a bar, I'm going to go heavy and for lower reps. So that was the pump workout, again at Bob's Gym in Bellevue. So I just want to thank you guys for watching, and please, if there's any content that you would like to see from me in the future in the form of video, please let me know. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment or two, what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, what I can improve on. I'm always open for criticism. All right? Thanks.